you might understand my pain. If not,
shall we begin? Let's begin now.
Hey, what's up internet? My name is Nikki and today we'll be playing a little game called Never Have I Ever. So this is how my version of the game goes. I will name out 5 book series I've never actually read, but I've actually seen the movies too. Oopsies! If you never played Never Have I Ever, it's basically a really easy game. You hold up some fingers, you state something you've never done, and the people around you, if they've actually done it, they place a finger down. And sometimes, depending on who you play with, they will tell you the story of how they did it and stuff like that. So let's do this. Number 1. Never have I ever seen the Percy Jackson movies. Okay, I have seen them. I have never actually read the book series by Riordan. I know, that's kind of bad because it's a really popular book. Well, for some people it's a really popular book. I've been told multiple times by people I know and from watching booktube videos that the movies do not make the book justice. Okay, I get it. Not most books that get turned into movies make it justice. That's fine. I personally enjoy the movies a lot, okay? I was obsessed with Logan Lerman. I still am. And he's like just a really wonderful actor, and yeah. I like his awkwardness and I like when he plays a certain role. Yeah. Let's just move on. Next is never have I ever watched the Divergent series movies. Seen them. Kind of still on the fence with them. I don't know what it is, but I'm not really into the movies. The first one was good. The second one, I wasn't really into it, and I haven't seen the recent one that came out. But overall, I guess I have to be in the mood for them. I wasn't really into it. I have never actually read the books. Well, let me rephrase this. I've read the first chapter of the book. I wasn't really into the whole storyline of it. I don't know what it was, but it's just a book that I'm not going to pick up later. If you're a really big Divergent fan, should I try picking up again? Because I'm not really into the whole dystopian books at the moment. There was a time where all I wanted to read was dystopian, but right now it's not kind of one of the books that I want to read. But I've never actually read the Divergent series, but I've actually seen the majority of the movies except for the last one, or the one that just came out. One of those two. Never have I ever watched the Hunger Games movies. Yes, I've seen these movies, and come on, who hasn't seen these movies? I mean, Jennifer Lawrence, that's all I have to say. Who does not like her? Okay, continuing. The reason I have never actually read the Hunger Games series is quite simple. I was going to read these. Straight off, I was going to read these. I was really excited to read these. I thought the synopsis was really interesting. I wanted to read this. But while I was waiting to get these books from my library, I had a friend who used to sit next to me in English class who was reading the series at the time. She's one of those readers, when she finishes the chapter, she has to talk about it. So what did she do? She talked about it. So I knew every single thing from the books. Everything. So I kind of said, you know what? There's no point reading the books anymore. There's no point. I didn't want to read them anymore. I was done. But I am going to say that I will be rereading Mockingjay because 1, Mockingjay Part 2, that ending, what? I just need some stuff clarified for me. I just messed up. If you've seen the movie, you might understand my pain. If not, never have I ever seen the Mortal Instruments movie. Okay, I've seen this movie. I enjoyed this movie. The main reason I enjoyed this movie was because of 2 people. One was Robert Schurshen, the guy who did Misfits, okay? I was obsessed with Misfits back in the day, and I just loved him. He was funny, and I just adore his curly hair. Number 2 was because of Lily Collins. I don't know what it was, but I liked her. I liked her acting. I just liked her in general. And I know there's might be a lot of debate on this because a lot of people do not like the movie whatsoever. It did not follow the books, and now it has a TV series. But the reason I've never actually read this is because I've always saw it around. I've always saw the covers of it. It was always a shirtless guy in some bridge in New York City. I always saw it around, but I never actually picked it up because the main reason I've never actually picked it up is because the first book was never on the shelf when I went to my local library or any library for that matter. And I'm kind of interested of reading it now as I'm older because it was one of those books where I'm like, I get to it when I get to it. Now I kind of want to read it because I've been hearing a lot of good things about the latest book, which is called Lady Midnight. I think that's what it is. And I kind of just want to read it. And also for the fact that I've seen the new covers for the series, and let's just say I would like to have it next to my Harry Potter one. But yes, it will be a book series that I'm kind of excited to read. Last but not least, and personally this is the biggest one on here. Well, for me anyways. And that is, never have I ever watched the Twilight series movies. Okay, I have seen them. I've seen every single one of them every Thanksgiving when it came out. I sort of kind of enjoy them depending on which movie we're talking about, but I've never actually picked up Twilight. The thing was, Twilight became huge, like book-wise and then movie-wise, and I just couldn't get into it. Every single friend I knew has either read the first one or they read all of them, and I just couldn't do it, which is kind of weird because I've read Stephanie Meyer's other work, but for some reason Twilight was not a book that kind of interests me whatsoever. I don't know what it was, because I like supernatural things. I like the whole werewolf, the whole vampire thing. I love the whole human thing. Do you choose being werewolf? Do you choose being human? Do you choose being a vampire? I love the choices of you could be a supernatural creature or you could stay how you are. But for some reason I could not get into this book series. And thinking back on it, I think it was one of those things where everybody was reading it and I could just ask someone, what's happening? So yeah. Okay, that is it. Those are the 5 books I've never actually read, but seen the movies too. So tell me in the description below, is there a book or book series that you've never actually read, but you've seen the movies too, or just in general, or you already know what's gonna happen in the books because someone, not saying who, spoiled it for you. So that is it. I'll catch you later. Oh, bam! Okay,